Okay, here's the fantasy outlook for the 2015 St. Louis Rams, who last placed in their division last year. With regards to the quarterback, they swapped quarterbacks with the Eagles, so now they have Nick Foles. I don't think Nick Foles is the fantasy quarterback, a starting fantasy quarterback in this system. I think that we should stay away from him. Maybe a bye week flyer, but that's all I got him as. The running back position is interesting. They drafted Todd Gurley in the first round. So Todd Gurley had a major injury from Georgia. He should be ready near the start of the season. But if you're going to decide to draft Todd Gurley, you're going to have to draft Trey Mason as well, because there's a possibility you might not be ready week one. So you need to go ahead and draft Trey Mason. Todd Gurley, I wouldn't touch him until like the middle of the fourth, late fourth, early fifth round range. Trey Mason, you could probably get a couple rounds later than that. Don't reach for Todd Gurley because the risk might not be worth the reward. Now, as for the wide receiver situation, they have some receivers. They're talented. Kenny Brett, Stedman Bailey, Tavon Austin, Brian Quick. Keep an eye on Brian Quick, because Brian Quick was a fantasy star at the beginning of the season last year. But he had injuries and he went on IR at the beginning of the season. But Brian Quick was the guy. I think the only ones I'll be willing to draft is probably, I would draft Brett, but keep an eye on Brian Quick. That might be somebody you could probably grab on the wire later. I don't think I want to touch Tavon Austin. He's too hit or miss. He's too home run hit dependent. So I don't think I want to draft Tavon Austin. As for the tight ends, Jared Cook is a starter, I think. I think you can go with Jared Cook as a starting tight end. But keep an eye on that situation too, because Lance Kendricks is there. And since they're going to be running the ball more, they'll probably do more two tight end sets. So you have to take into consideration with Lance Kendricks being there as well. As for the defense, I think 3 out of the 4 teams in the NFC West are draftable. The Rams have top defense potential, like top 5 maybe. Probably going to slip between 5 and 10, but they have that type of potential for this year. All right. You can follow me on Twitter or Instagram at ChampD1012. I'm out.